Welcome
That
to
sounds gross.
What was the name of the fucking thing?
It was like Smog Sewer or something
Smog
like that.
Sewer?
It was something sewer.
Something gross.
So basically,
Something gross.
Basically, the last part, we walked into a drainage pipe, and now we're inside the sewers of the city.
Can I be honest? We ended part 1 and then we started part 2 right away, and I already forgot that he went in like a sewage pipe, and I was like, how did he get this sewer?
How did we get here? Do you have 90 minutes?
Well, that's why I feel like I like about this game right now, because it's very fast paced from what I see.
Yeah, it can be very fast paced, especially some of the later levels. Like the level design is honestly kind of made for you to go really fast in it.
Yeah, exactly. It wants to cater to that sense of speed that Sonic always gave.
Yeah.
Like, I can also see elements of the level design where it's not exactly like Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like it wants to be like sort of Mega Man-esque, and then it'll transition to like a Sonic.
That's the fireball type thing I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
and you
god.
can use it to climb walls like that too.
Brain damage!
That's
Oh my god!
That'll be the name of the part. It's brain damage.
Brain damage.
Yeah. Welcome to part 2. Spark the Electric Jester, by the way.
This
it's part 2. Hello.
Spark 2, yeah. Honestly, one of the reasons why I chose this to record was because they made a sequel to this, and I kind of wanted to get back into the game.
Really?
I didn't know that they made a sequel. I had heard lots about this game.
I mean, there were demos for a sequel, and I played those. Those were honestly pretty fun, even though it was only like one level.
Okay,
there was a sequel for this, and actually came out kind of recently on Steam, so I wanted to get back into this game. So
something that might be good to ask is this only on Steam or is it on other platforms?
Spark 1 is only on Steam, but they're planning on bringing the second one to other platforms like
I
Xbox
hope they bring
and
the
stuff.
first one too, because that'd be a little bit odd if they only have the second one.
Right?
I remember actually. I think when the game was close to release, they had like a Q&A stream and stuff, and one of the things actually was like, are they going to bring Spark to other platforms? They're only going to have the first one on Steam, but the other ones they're planning on bringing to other platforms.
Okay.
I mean, I can kind of understand why, because I'm sure they want to like focus on these other games instead of porting this original one to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to focus their efforts more on the sequel rather than just porting it again.
I feel like this first game was pretty much just a test to see how well it did. Seeing how there were all these like different incentives to see how much people cared about it.
Yeah, and honestly,
people
a lot of
obviously
people
care.
People really care. Like I said in the last part, like this thing got way past its original incentive.
Yeah, which is crazy because from what I hear, Kickstarter projects never really do so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least this well.
I'm still waiting on news from Freedom Planet 2, and I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask, because wasn't Freedom Planet or whatever that other
Sonic game?
Yeah, Freedom Planet was honestly pretty fun. Actually,
that's on the Switch now too, at least. I don't know if it's
I was actually kind of curious about Freedom Planet like the other day when I started getting back into this kind of style of games and stuff like that, and I think they have a planned at least like year date for. I think they're planning on releasing the game sometime like next year or something.
Okay, because that beta build that they released was so long ago.
Yeah.
So like, I have not heard any news on that game.
I mean,
so it's been kind of scarce for a while.
Kingdom Hearts 3, like. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, man! I can't wait till they release Kingdom Hearts 4 on the PlayStation 9. Okay.
I gotta say, like, you better not be excited because that's gonna take at least 20 years.
Yeah, I know. No, that would also have to imply that I am interested in Kingdom Hearts, which I'm not.
But I've never even played Kingdom Hearts.
I'm just now starting my playthrough of Kingdom Hearts because we just got a PlayStation, but I felt bad for the Kingdom Hearts fans who have been fans ever since the first one released. And then they were like, oh yeah, the third one's coming out, and they announced it in like fucking 2015. It has to come out in the next like 1 or 2 years, and then they're like, right?
Right? Please?
Final Fantasy VII Remake be like.
No, that finally hasn't released it. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought that project was going to get canned because it took so long to hear anything from it.
Yeah. I thought they restarted development on this. There's so many things that are like, we had to scratch this or whatever. We had to start
Metro 4.
I know, right? How does a company lose the source code?
Yeah.
Like that? Like how?
Okay. I'm really glad about Metroid Prime though, because they actually have the original team back from the Prime games now.
Yeah.
Which is a very good thing, yes.
Oh.
I think it's a very great thing.
They have the original. They have the original team who made the ones. They made the original ones before, and they're doing the new one.
Okay.
Good. That's how it should have been from the beginning.
Yeah,
I like what was Retro Studios up to at that point before Metroid Prime 4 got lost?
I don't know if they announced anything, but I assume they were working on maybe like a IP or something.
They had to be working
They had
on
to
something.
have
Yeah,
a project.
something. Yeah, because there weren't any new Donkey Kong games, so like they had to be doing something.
Yeah.
I hope they make a new one that's like still in like kind of like the Donkey Kong Country as those. Well, they get a lot of money first of all, but also they're really good.
Yeah, they're really good. Like the appeal of Donkey Kong Country, it's harder Mario. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a boss, you just like you bully him.
Yeah.
You're a bully.
That's gonna change in the later levels because they actually take a while to kill.
Good.
I use the wall running.
These bosses have not been satisfying. It's satisfying in the way that they just like the health bar just
decimates.
Yeah.
Just goes away.
But it's like at like a very good pace. You know, you look at it and you're like, yes. It's not satisfying in the way of I won because you just kill him so fast. It's not exciting.
They just die.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
a city named after Smog.
Smog City, yes.
That's weird.
Let's watch Desolation of Smog.
Hello everyone,
guys.
welcome to Portland, Oregon.
Downtown Portland.
Hello, welcome to downtown Portland.
Welcome to downtown Portland. This is homeless camp number 1. And this is homeless camp number 2.
Polite reminder that you should never walk in downtown Portland alone, like this guy is. So don't be like this guy.
Just let you know if you didn't already assume, because this is kind of like also in Kirby where if you take
High Steam notification.
this is kind of like a Kirby where if you take too much damage, you'll eventually lose your power up, and I think you're actually going to see an example of that in this level.
Oh, good. I want to see it.
If your health gets low enough, you'll eventually lose your ability, and you have to go grab it again.
I don't know. Your health is pretty low. How much lower can it get?
How do you refill your health?
So you'll see larger kind of like yellow capsules like that.
Yeah.
Basically, you'll see those are basically your health.
Oh, it's sort of like E-tanks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like 1 of your 6 bars of
a lot
health.
more plentiful.
Yeah, it fills 1 of your 6 bars of health.
Okay.
Can you upgrade your health, or is it always 6?
It's always 6.
Okay.
So I mean that's a decent amount.
Yeah.
You're healthy now.
You're healthy now. There's something else. There's like little yellow pellets you might have also seen.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to figure out what those were, and even then, like later in this playthrough, I still didn't figure it out because I didn't understand like what those were. But basically, those little yellow pellets will fill the white bar you see at the above my health.
Yeah.
See that little thing there?
Uh-huh.
If that's full and you die, it basically acts as another life. It basically revives you if you die. If that's not full, then you die and it sends you back to your last checkpoint.
Oh.
And I didn't realize that until like the end of the game. in this play, like I didn't realize that at all in like any other playthrough I did. I only started realizing it until like the end of this playthrough.
Is it just because you're so good at he has a spin dash?
Yeah,
Your
he has a
spin
spin
dash.
dash.
What?
Does he always have the spin dash?
The spin dash is with the wind gesture, and it basically gives you a large jump boost and like sends you in the air when you do it.
Okay.
Just like this guy is like a super dedicated Sonic fan. Like not even just like dedicated, he's like it's like an addiction.
He's
like
addicted to
look
it.
at this. He literally made a Sonic game that's better than quite a few of the more modern Sonic games.
Right.
I mean, you're not. I actually saw a video of someone playing like some of the beginning of Spark 2, which is fully 3D, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fully 3D, and at least as far as I'm aware, it's fully 3D. Like all the demos were like that. And the video was titled "Modern Sonic Games Wish They Had This Much Freedom."
Wait, so by 3D you mean like it's not like this kind of side-scrolling thing anymore? It's like straight shot kind of?
Is it like the adventure games?
Like where you can go pretty much anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, and as far as I'm aware of it, and as far as I'm aware of, it's not like the modern Sonic games where it's like 2.5D. As far as I'm aware, I haven't played it and I haven't seen a whole lot of it. From the demo, it was fully 3D, so I'm assuming it's fully 3D.
Okay, yeah,
which is honestly really cool.
Yeah, exactly, because like I would love another adventure take. Because I don't think that formula is bad in any case.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right
it's
now,
not.
if they ever make Sonic
like I just
Adventure
like it's a personal preference of mine that I like the 2.5D for 3D Sonic better than the adventure formula, but I don't think the adventure formula is bad.
Yeah,
I'd take another adventure game, but I do.
Yeah, exactly. I just think it needs to be fine tuned.
Yeah, it just needs a bit of tweaking.
It's not a bad
No,
formula.
it needs no tweaking. Don't change the graphics. Don't change the gameplay mechanic. Definitely don't change the cat fishing games. Absolutely not. We need those.
No good game is complete without a fishing minigame.
Right?
That's why Minecraft is so great.
If you never liked Fire Emblem before, guess what? Three Houses has a fishing minigame. So now you're gonna love it.
That's the thing with like these rumored adventure remakes. Like, if you take out Big, fans will rage. If you don't take out Big, fans will still rage.
Yeah, like that's the kind of, I mean, like, because it was a thing that I heard where they're like, they got rid of like their team they have and they're getting like new ones to work on like some other kind of Sonic project, and like supposedly the Sonic project was like a remake of Sonic Adventure, and like that's a good way to kind of test them, because like if they get something wrong about this remake, then everyone's gonna be pissed off about them. So they really need to get it right. They really need to get their shit together.
Yeah, huh.
Have you seen what Sega's been posting on their Twitter recently?
No, I have not.
What?
They're getting ready for like a really big announcement.
Oh, really?
Really?
They post like a bunch of tweets of like the. Oh, I'm gonna sound like such a dumbass right now because I don't know what it's called. You know that thing in the hospital where it's like beep beep and it like shows your heart rate, like the heart rate thingy. It's like that, but it's green and like it'll like show different shapes through the heart monitor.
Yeah.
And like one of them was like the Eiffel Tower, and one of them was like a symbol, and then like it's a bunch of random stuff. But I think they're getting ready for something.
I remember there was a tweet at one point that asked like what they wanted out of like what they wanted to see returned from the previous games. Would it be like it was like custom character, the Chow Gardens and like two other things, and there were like 70% of them voted for Chow Gardens.
I think I voted on that. I vaguely remember this. If they don't bring Chow Garden back into whatever the next Sonic game is, I'm boycotting them. Straight up. Does that say bad? Or dad?
I think it's bad.
I think that's bad. What is
Dad is this way.
What does the other one say?
I'm bad.
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah. I'm not even sure that's meant to be something that's read.
Okay, that's weird. And we're going up, and bad was on the top, so like, are we in bad land now?
Maybe.
Wait, that wasn't supposed to be a joke.
How? Wait, that was supposed to be funny.
Wait, that's not funny.
Not funny.
That's the story.
Did laugh.
Oh wait, that's not funny.
Oh wait. Stupid. That's not funny.
Okay, so, where are we now?
You already told us we're bad.
Oh yeah. Well, no, like, what are we doing now? Are we still on the road?
I think we're in like I think we're either in like some kind of city thing still, or we're in like a sky area.
I don't know.
Maybe.
They said at the beginning, so if we don't know, it's okay because everyone else.
Well, everything here in this game seems all futuristic. Like
everything is
like
like that. I mean, everything has robots and stuff. So
I was about to say,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's
the whole point.
Yeah, it's kind of made to be like.
I was like, great observation.
I mean, like, yeah. Like, you know how like some like cartoon shows like picturize the future as like all this like silver utopia sort of shit.
Yeah, I hate that because that's obviously not gonna happen ever.
But I always think of like if stories like want to present themselves in the future, I always thought of like that that is a goal for humanity to achieve, right? Sort of like Back to the Future 2, where it was set in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they predicted that the Cubs would win the National Baseball League, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Did they actually predict that correctly?
They won it the next year. So they are a year off. But
That's so funny.
yeah, but they tried. They tried. I think they got pretty
They
far.
made an attempt.
I think they
I was
got
about to
pretty
say, like,
far
do you
that
think
year.
the Cubs has trained for years to try to make that prediction come true?
Maybe so. It's like that's
They're
what
all
I'm getting
just
at.
huge Back to the Future.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. It's like all these things that stories are set up in the future. Those are the goals for humanity to achieve by that time.
Can I be honest with you? I never
Basically.
want flying cars. That's scary. Like, you run out of gas, you just... Oh! I know I'm gonna run out of gas! Bye, Mom, I love
Right?
you!
Right? It's like those speeders in the beginning parts of Attack of the Clones. What if they just fell?
Exactly, like, you're
Fell
like,
from
oh
the
man!
sky.
Usually you'd be like, oh man, I'm almost out of gas, maybe I should like call someone later. If you're in the sky, you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm almost out of gas. Better tell my mom I love her. Like, yeah.
Airplanes.
Better tell my dad about that one time I stole $50 from his wallet to get a video game.
Wait, what?
I didn't actually.
Okay.
I did see. Oh, that's a story for another day because I'm not quite ready to throw that one.
That's for some other time.
That's another time.
Okay.
That is. And it's not that I don't want to tell it because they don't know, because they obviously. Oh god, they obviously know. I'm not quite ready to swallow my pride and tell this story.
Okay. Oh
Especially
shit.
in-
Don't worry, you can't get hit by those. I'm just freaking out at first. I thought you could get hit by them.
Okay. Did the
there's my ride.
Did the bosses do like a fake out desperation attack? Because that's what I've been noticing.
Like they do like one last attack that doesn't actually do anything.
Right. It's just meant to freak the player out.
Yeah,
as we've seen.
there's been a couple of bosses that have done that already, and I think there's a few more that will do that.
Yeah,
I
because
love
I
horror
noticed
games.
the first boss from the first stage did that.
Yeah,
But
it looks like it was about to explode.
Yeah,
the
it had a
stage.
huge targeting reticle across the entire screen.
Yeah.
So but it died during that thing as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then, so there was a few bosses that did that already, and I think there's a few more that do that, like later in the game.
Okay. And here we have a snake block.
I was about to say like.
Oh, come on.
Snake Bug. I hate Snake Bug. Oh my god.
Especially when it's designed in this type of game where you're meant to go fast.
And you just have to stop and say, okay.
Yeah, because like the little trick that you had earlier, it's like that was accidental.
Yeah, that
Because you
was.
had-
Yeah, because I had
yeah.
too much momentum.
Right. So when they add stuff like that in a momentum-based platforming games, it's kind of counterintuitive
defeats
to
the
the entire.
purpose.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive to the purpose. So like, I'm not sure why they do that. I mean, it's entirely possible, as we've seen here.
Yeah.
But like,
I just did it.
yeah, but like, it's so
just
it's so
did it.
weird. Ergo, the auto-scrolling level from in a 2017 Sonic game.
Okay. But like, Sonic used to be so good with like their momentum.
Yeah.
But is Sonic Forces, do you know how many times I'd like gain momentum and just fall off the stage because of it? Like I'd gain momentum and I'd like boost and I'd just go
Yeah,
right
there's
off.
that one stage, Metropolitan Highway. That is-
Oh.
yeah,
Oh my
that's
god.
the one.
I like wanted
yeah,
to quit
we-
after that. I was like, this is not fun.
Yeah, we mentioned this in our playthrough of Sonic Forces. Subscribe to us.
That was
was
a
like,
weird cops and East thing you just did. I wonder what he said.
yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Wait, post in the comments what you think you said.
I think he said the polar bear should die.
A polar bear has escaped from the zoo. Left behind was a traces of Coca-Cola and a sled trails, which he's using for both nourishment and transportation.
No, it's not.
I think this is the dumb. No, it hasn't been.
No, trust me. I think
Have
we
you
all
ever
have.
seen
been
me
dumber.
sleep over had a if me and Josh are in the same room and it's like past midnight,
Yeah.
it doesn't get like, well, it gets weird, but not like a weird kind of weird. It just gets like.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Like
Yeah.
me and Clark have also been in the similar situations. And
Done
like,
for?
yeah, 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 and like we've been in similar situations, and that's when we get into like conversations like ass or tits.
They do be like that
You don't
sometimes.
get there. Usually when I'm tired, I just kind of start screaming.
Screaming.
Yeah, but like quiet screaming.
Okay.
You ever done that, like quiet screaming? It's a banshee, dude.
What are we doing?
This is a boss fight because there were power
Yeah.
right there.
That right there was very Kirby-esque because like right before a
Yeah,
boss
that's
stage.
that's usually how you know it. You think if there's a boss fight coming up, is that it gives you a power up or two.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and actually the kind of cool thing is that the final boss gives you every power up to choose from.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like there's just gonna be an entire area that shows like every power up, and
Like the
there's
Kirby game.
Wow, that's some luxury
Yeah,
right there.
it shows every power up, and I'm when you're asking like how many power ups there were, if I'm remembering based off the visual I saw of all the power ups, there's probably like 14 maybe. There's a lot of power ups,
Wow.
and they all have different mechanics too.
That's awesome. And do they do certain stuffs if you have different directional inputs?
Some of them, yeah, they do.
Okay.
They do different stuff depending on what direction.
So
you
it is
press.
like Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the combination of everything. Of like this game is like a mix of Sonic, Mega Man, and Kirby.
Basically, yeah.
It's Sonic with its level design in some parts.
Yeah.
It's Mega Man with its leveling system, like its meter system.
Yeah.
And then it's Kirby with its power
Yeah, it's Kirby with its power ups. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just fucking this guy right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like fire is probably the best one when it comes to boss fights.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
Yeah, for the fire and I think a different power up that we'll get later on. Those are like the two best ones you want to have when you're fighting a boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there certain powers like that like don't contribute to your momentum platforming, right?
Like that don't really help with your platforming.
Right.
Yeah, there are some like that.
Like Mage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
Mage does nothing.
Yeah. So, now some with where you saw like this signpost type thing like dropping from the sky.
Yeah.
There's a few levels that do that, and the cool thing is you can do like Sonic where you can actually jump into it and you can keep it like bouncing in the air.
What was that? That freaking black and white freeze frame of his face.
He says, how awful of a sound that would make.
Oh god, that's like worse than nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Like I said, there's gonna be a different image that have like sparks or some kind of electricity at the end of these. Just make it funny.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning into this Nintendo Direct. But we have
we have one more thing to show.
You can just edit something. Right
Ratatouille is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Link, the faces of evil. The Nintendo Switch.